with. Jesus fucking Christ, why is everybody like this? Well, what's up, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, and welcome back to Alan Dresser and to the stream. We've got one person running behind. We don't know exactly where they are, but Mars is supposed to be on the way in. But apart from that, we do have today Tats, Katie, Shen, and B. How is everybody doing today?
I'm doing okay.
Shen, you've returned from the exotic world beyond. How was your trip? Was it good? Was it great?
It was it was a lot cooler. I wish I was still there.
Fair. Well, then you live down south of the UK, don't you? So you're, like, always in the warmer aspect. Today, for me, it's been just overcast and cool. Doesn't stop me walking around in just a t-shirt, though. Well, t-shirt and jeans. I wasn't Pooh Bearing it. Right. So, that's an image to start off a stream. Welcome into the stream, everybody.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, oh, you're so welcome, and I will remind you many times over the next many years of us being friends together. So, let's have a quick recap. We are in Gorizont. You have defeated the fairy godmother by use of wishes with the old goddess Zachichu herself. By using all of your power through your spell slots, you have channeled them into this goddess, and she has managed to power herself up and then achieve this goal of each of you. Odin has used his goal to become a benevolent god and regain his youth, and he has left in search of that lifestyle, but he will meet you again where you arrive at Ox's farm in the northwest. Ox is, of course, your end goal at this point, because he's the BBEG that you failed to end the run of, the Reign of Terror. And of course you have made your way down through this mysterious place where Ruby was tracking and found that thousands of people had been walking tracks in the mud towards this small hut on a small little rock. And it's curious that none of those footsteps were coming back out again, and that there didn't seem to be any other bridges to or from it. So, you followed in and you found a tunnel that led down a very narrow chimney that didn't seem to be covered in soot. And that chimney, it turned out, was a fake cover for a tunnel leading down to the bottom of a cave system where you now stand. This cave system is made up of found rocks and metalwork. It's essentially everything that you could either find in a cave itself, i.e. stone, or small scraps that have been brought down through the narrow tunnel, so that, you know, it wouldn't be too suspicious for people to see it going missing. And also just feasibly how to fit it down there. Now, you are each in this little cavern. You have each done your little investigations. You have looked around everywhere. But need I remind you that the world of Gorizont above you was left in a riot, and none of that was resolved. You chose instead to repair people's homes and to try and lead them to safety, and then you didn't deal with the rioters. Now you hear the chants and the yells and the folly of the all of the different rioters coming down the tunnel behind you. Those two different entrances that you came into this cave system with, they are following you down, and they seem to have something on their mind because you're hearing them shout. At this point, I'm going to need you to all roll initiative.
Can you do it for me quickly, please?
Oh, we roll our initiative now, do we?
Alright, I will roll mine. I like it. I like that idea.
Oh, that's one of the better ones I've ever heard.
Oh, jeez.
Same.
Okay.
Question.
That's fine. Mine can be low. I don't care.
Quick question.
Answer.
What was Isabel doing during all this?
You were
like a mindless person.
So you were beating up bears, and then when you got down under here, you have been hanging out with Maggie mostly. Maggie has been taught by Victor. Yeah, Maggie's been taught by Victor about the mimicry of people, and so while you were down here, there was like an amphitheater area, and you were stood with Maggie, basically, while Maggie was trying to mimic the actions of people, you were working with Maggie doing that. And so Maggie was copying your actions, and it ended up turning into like a small two-person play. So, you are at the this big mechanical thing that nobody has figured out how to deal with yet. As your DM, I will tell you nothing, but as your friend, I will take pity on you and say it would really benefit you to figure out how to use that. I am going to, however, reveal the first of our attackers, and it is the bandit captain himself. This guy is, of course, coming down the ladder first, and he has a walk speed of 30. He is going to get down here and call up to everybody above him. It's okay! We're all right down here, but I'm gonna just take a quick look around. You guys need to get down here. It's pretty big. There's a lot of stuff left behind. I bet we could probably get something decent from here. Yeah. He is going to do a perception roll to see whether he can see any of you. And he gets a 6. His passive perception is only 10. So all of you should have a plus bonus on your perception, which would mean that his on your stealth rather. So all of his perception will be for nothing. He is, however, going to take a full dash. So we're going to go to there. Because he's eager to get involved in all of this. And that's going to be his turn in the order. The next person in line is going to be Briar. Briar, you can see that this bandit captain has made it down the ladder behind you all. You can hear the shouts and the footsteps leading down towards you. What do you want to do at this point?
Can you ping the direction? I can't see anything.
How can you not see anything?
I don't know.
There aren't any walls
We can't
anywhere.
see a token if that's what you mean.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well.
What do you mean? You can't see the
You can't
bandit
see the
captain?
bad guys.
Oh,
If you've got a bad guy on there, we can't see.
down here. He's not invisible. You should be able to see him. He's right there.
Oh, he's blending in quite well.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, he is very, very well blended.
Yeah, I had to zoom in to see him.
Yeah, we'd zoomed out, I guess, to see the entrance. And
Well,
we could
yeah.
not see that dude.
What do you want me to do? Make him 10 times bigger? No, it's not. Where's Wally?
yeah.
You have to fucking figure it out for yourselves.
Dress him in yellow or dress him
All
in
bad
pink.
guys.
It's not my token.
blended
It's
in.
from the game. What do you want from me? Pull your head out your ass and look,
Better.
for God's
I
sake.
need better.
You're doing just fine. Keep going.
Come on, Briar. Let's go. What are we doing?
All right. So I will. Do we hear this? Should I roll perception?
You hear
Do we
everything.
Hear them yelling. Okay.
They're not hiding anything. They're just loud rioters making it down the ladder. And it's a long way down.
We can tell which direction.
Yes. They're stood
Okay.
among glowing mushrooms. It's hard to not see them, to be honest.
Okay.
Unless, of course, you're playing an avatar and you don't zoom.
I'm gonna cast my Spirit Guardians.
Cool.
Cast.
I've just been flown across the map.
You're welcome.
Spirit Guardians. I have actually made you a spiritual weapon token, but where do you want the Guardians going?
For now, centered, like... Let's see if I can hang. I'm having a
It's
bit of
centered
lag
on
here.
you, isn't it? Like the distances from you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do think that is true, yes.
It follows you pretty much.
Around you to a distance of 15 feet. So,
Yeah.
they'll just be, like, out in front 15 feet ahead of me.
All right, so we
And
just
then
have a.
I will.
We're gonna
I
have a
will
radius
cast
around
that.
you then.
Right, and I will cast that, and I will mark Isabel, Aldrin, Ash, Ruby, Maggie, and who else am I forgetting? I forget the
Ruby
name
and
of
Aurelie
Isabel.
are not inside of the aura. Unless you...
Right, but I can
there's gonna be
still
someone
mark
that you
them
can't.
safe.
Oh, safe from the aura. Okay, I get you, yeah.
Yeah, so they will not attack friends.
Alright. Cool, that's your action. What do you want to do with your bonus and movement?
Movement, I will move... Why am I lagging so bad? I cannot even... Hold on. Technical difficulties. Alright, I'm gonna move my full, which is 30, so 5, 10. Is it here?
There's a ruler tool that you can use that'll measure it out for you.
Just don't yell at us when we use it.
I yell at people who use the other kind of ruler, where it's just this all over the place. But if you're going to use it properly and use the actual movement ruler and not the ray ruler, then it's all cool and you're all fine.
Alright, so the guardians need to move with me. And then my bonus action.
Sorry, I had to put someone in their place, so I couldn't immediately move it. Love you, Tats.
Why is my browser... My browser keeps freezing. I don't currently have a bonus action that I'd like to use, so I think I'm just gonna...
Alright. Next person in the queue then is going to be the next group of enemies coming down the ladder. We have got 3 of these guys. There's one ping. There's another ping. And there is a 3rd ping. And I'm going to turn them all visible. There we are. Okay. So, these are... they look vicious. These guys are carrying axes. They do not look like your particular friendly types. And they are going to also roll perception. So we're going to go 3d20. Keep the highest one. A 12 is the highest we get. Your passive stealths are going to be better than that. And they have got a movement speed of 30. So that is going to be a full move for that guy. And then this guy will go to here. And then this guy is going to get to there. And they're all just dashing in. They look rabid, these guys. They look like they're just ready to attack whatever comes in front of them. And next in order is going to be Isabel.
Alright,
Isabel.
I'm just looking up... I don't know if I can look up this correctly. We're in an underground place, right?
Correct.
I'm gonna stealth by turning into a rat.
Okay. Yeah, I like it.
I mean, that greatly reduces how much I can go, but...
What kind of rat are we talking? Giant rat? Or
just something that would fit in around down here.
I'd say bats and rats probably all fit in. A rat has only got a hit point total of 1. A giant rat only has a hit point total of 7. So you're not really gaining much by being the other. It's up to you.
I'm only doing it for stealth reason. I'm not going to use the...
well, that's a rat.
I want to try and get behind them.
Okay.
At some point.
Cool.
Well,
a rat's movement speed is only 20, so do you want a giant rat, or do you want to just stay as the single rat and be smaller and slower?
I'm going to be a small rat, and I'm going to ask, who's closest? Right. Alright, Master's not here. Could I go on Aldrin's shoulder so I can use their speed to move?
Sure. Yeah.
I'm sure.
So
I'm sure they wouldn't mind.
No, I'm going to put you out here so that we can remember that you are not actually the person in focus. Yeah. So this is you at this point.
I'm just on Aldrin's shoulder to move.
Well, beans. Right then. Now, we're just gonna continue then on. It is now Aldrin's turn. Aldrin is, I would believe that by now the concentration on levitate would have broken, so we're going to end that. And I think, let's see. The question is whether Aldrin would be more inclined to investigate the machinery and try and find a way inside of it, or more inclined to go and attack these guys. What do you guys think that Aldrin would probably want to do first?
I am pretty sure they would want to mount stuff.
Okay, so
I don't know.
My brain goes machine.
Brain goes machine.
Melt the machine.
Either Aldrin would want to melt stuff, or Aldrin would probably want to try to find more frogs to see if she can build a frog army.
Oh,
they can build a frog army.
Yeah. I think.
Yeah, I fixed it.
Let's see. Nether's Mischief. See, Mars has always tried to use Nether's Mischief, and it's never quite worked. And I think that they'd probably want to give that a go if possible.
Don't even know what that is.
So within
Apple
60
pie.
feet of you, you can put down a 20-foot cube. And basically they have to roll to see if they can perceive the fact that it is an illusion, or if they have to just give over to it. I think for this point in the fight, just so that we can get through this quicker, I'm going to go with an acid ball on the machine. So...
I'm holding on tightly in case this goes wrong.
Okay. So, it's 20 feet. So, Mars is going to move over here to be 20 feet, like, out of range of it, basically. And it's going to aim it somewhere where you guys are not also going to be in range of it. And so, this is going to be a big acid ball, which is essentially, we have reworked the fireball spell. It's not something that Mars chooses to do very often. But it is something that we did as a custom. So where Fireball would set fire to things that are flammable, Acid Ball melts things that are meltable. And that means that the stone isn't going to melt particularly well, but the metal really will. So the metal here is going to take some damage, and we are going to roll that now. It takes 34 damage, which is definitely enough to open up a hole in the side of this thing. And Mars is then, or Aldrin rather, is going to go over and investigate. We'll say that the effect of the acid is no longer in effect. And Mars, or Aldrin, is going to take a look down and calls out, "There seems like there's some kind of a tube. It's a big tube. And it looks like it leads away, like down and away. Big tube. Big tube. You guys want to maybe get in this tube?" That's going to be Aldrin's turn, because that's action. And has moved full movement to be able to do what they did by moving away and then moving back in again. That is then Maggie's turn. Maggie is only a level 5 rogue and only has 21 HP. So Maggie is going to do her absolute best just to stealth and hope that the hide action is enough to keep away from these guys. Maggie rolls an 18, which should do better than their passive. And so Maggie is going to come around this way and is going to hide inside of this big old hole. And that was 25, so we've got another 1, I believe. What's the walk speed? Where is it? 30. So Maggie's just going to dip in here. And anywhere inside of this big black circle is going to be counted as being inside of the metal. The right-hand half of it is what's open. That's the end of Maggie's turn. It's now Ash's turn. Ash, what do you want to do?
I want to actually go peer inside the tube and see if there's anything nefarious or dangerous in there before we get in there, since I can see.
Go for it.
I am looking. You want me to do perception?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'm doing it.
Ash, throw me down the tube.
13's pretty good. It doesn't get you a great deal. What you can see is that Aldrin was right. It looks like this is a tube that goes on for a long distance, but because it's so dark down there, it's difficult to really make out where it's going. It just seems like it's going north, and that this northward direction is sort of it's rocks and it's glowing mushrooms and it's metalwork on the ground of it, like some kind of reinforcement. But apart from that, it's hard to really gather what else is there besides that.
Can I just shoot a freaking guiding bolt down there and see like what lights up?
Oh, like to light it up? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, like just to follow it to see what it lights up.
Yeah, I'll allow that. Yeah, go for it.
Light it up.
Go for
Okay,
a glittering guiding bolt. Love that.
Yeah, yeah.
Can't
yeah.
sing anymore. Could do copyright.
I'm not gonna hit I guess attack. There, I don't know.
Okay. 11 will get you, like, midway through the tube. You can see that there doesn't seem like there's a great deal to see from this angle. You'd probably have to go down and inside. Because really what this is like, if you imagine looking down through a gutter into, like, a sewer tunnel, the best angle you can do stood above it is only really going to get you like a short distance into that tunnel. You'd really have to stick your head down there or climb inside to be able to see it all the way, you know? And so even with your best bet with this glowing arrow going down there, you're still really going to struggle to find anything more than what you've already spotted. And the glowing mushrooms are giving like a good aura of light around them, so there is some illumination down there even without having to use dark vision.
I'm just scared
Okay.
that if we go in there, like, they're gonna activate something that's gonna turn on and we might get crushed. So, like, I don't want my friends to die because of something dumb like that.
Okay.
Ash doesn't know what the hell this thing is. Like,
yeah,
it's
true.
a giant metal ball, and
Yeah.
now there's a tunnel in it. And Ash is like, "How is there a tunnel? Like, is this thing gonna move and like cut off the tunnel?" Like, so Ash doesn't understand what it is.
Uh-huh.
So they don't really want to lose their friends to something unknown like this.
Cool. Then
So they're gonna
do
come
your turn.
down. Let's see, that was 10 feet that I moved. I got 40 more feet of fly because I always hover.
So you're
I'm gonna come down here
flying.
with Briar. Yeah, I'm hovering, like usual. Not like flying like too high up, but
Right.
like 10 feet off the ground or so.
Okay. Alright, is that all of your turn then? So we can
I
move
am
on.
gonna.
'Cause
Yes.
We're not
yes,
even
yes,
halfway
yes,
through the
yes.
first turn order yet, and
Yes,
we're
that's
with
it.
half
That's
an
it.
hour.
I'm done.
Okay, Ruby, it's your turn.
Hello, I'm going to start off by casting Mage Armor.
Nice, good choice. Is this your first time using Mage Armor, or have you used this before?
No, I've used it before. Probably only a couple of times since previous level up, but I have used it. Did
Alright.
that change my AC? I've lost where my...
Have you lost armor from your AC now?
No, I lost where my AC stat was because I'm an idiot and can't stare at it right in front of me in the big, massive button.
So your AC flat is
it's
14
now.
Yeah, and with the
So it
effect,
hasn't added
it
it on
doesn't change, no.
Oh, fucking hell.
I
I thought it did.
Your base AC becomes 13 plus your dexterity mod.
Yeah.
So
That should be
that
plus
would
3.
be 13 plus 3, and then you've got your wisdom on top of that. So yeah, you should be getting more than this.
Yeah,
so
it's not doing that.
it's not, is it? Alright, let's just change it then.
So yeah. So it should just be 13 plus 4. So it just should be 17.
Yeah, it's not changing it. I've changed it manually to change it to mage armor effect, and it doesn't do anything.
Cool. That's fine. Anyway,
so
I'll
let
remember.
me just give you...
If needs be.
I'll just give it to you flat.
Oh.
Why is that not changed? You have some effect on you that is like removing the ability to change anything.
Oh.
What's your effect that's stopping you from having that? I think it might be unarmored defense. Yeah, it's unarmored defense ruined it for you.
Yes,
so,
because I'm not...
Yeah.
How bizarre. Yeah.
That has a higher
I'm
priority than mage armor. Okay, right. You got your mage armor, you've got 16.
Yes.
What do you need?
Oh.
What do you want to do?
I am going to go over to the tunnel, and I would like to roll a perception check on the tunnel and just see if I get something higher.
Go for it. 19. Okay. You can tell that there is some kind of large piece of machinery that operates in this tunnel. That the tunnel is not the machine itself. The tunnel is like a roadway for something within it. Something that would move along it. And this sort of mechanical thing that Aldrin has melted through is like an opening into that whole conveyor system. It's not something that you've ever witnessed before. It's not something that you would have any knowledge of, so no amount of history checks or investigations would help you with this. But you are aware that there is something in there that you can't see from where you're stood, but that it is big enough that it would need an enormous tunnel underground to be able to operate.
Okay. So I guess since Maggie and Aldrin are next to Ruby, Ruby will go.
Well, Maggie is hiding inside of it. Your perception did get higher than Maggie's stealth, so you would now see Maggie.
I would see her. So basically, Ruby, whether she could have clocked Maggie or not, Ruby's going to say, "Is there something big in there?" I don't quite know what it is.
Maggie looks up to you and says, "Something big in there."
And Ruby's going to go to Maggie and go, "I'm going to go investigate, and I'm going to go in the tunnel, please."
Okay, you go inside the tunnel. This is going to need a move to the other map, but we will get onto that in a moment. What you can see for free at this point is that there is a big machine further down the end of the tunnel. It looks like it has some kind of like hard to say, but not like a standard wheel. Like there's something on the sides of it that is almost reminiscent of like a carpet that rolls. And then you've got this big metallic thing, like a hull for it, almost like a ship, that is sort of holding this all together. But all of that is on fire. There are commoners in there, like people who are like screaming for help. And there are other raiders in that tunnel with the burning wreckage of this machine attacking them. They are ahead of you, and there is no other side passage that you can see from where you are, but there might be some closer to it.
Okay. I've not used my bonus action, so I will turn to Aldrin and Maggie. I'm assuming I've walked past Maggie at this point and really have clocked her and gone, "People are being attacked down there. We've got to go help them." And Ruby
We've got to go help them.
Hang on. Is this a... Hang on. And I will feline agility to double my movement speed. So obviously it's a new map, so we don't have to switch over, but I'm just trying to yeet myself to the other end where you said stuff is going on.
Right.
So I'll just mark that off and pass turn.
So I have this map that I can bring up, and I can move you 20 feet ahead of everybody else in the party, so that you are basically just marking out how far ahead you're going. So we've got Aldrin, Maggie, and then you are going 20 feet ahead of them. So you are getting further into this tunnel. Okay. Everyone on stream just got a lovely little picture of that, but because Briar is having some connection issues, I'm not going to switch back and forth over and over because we're just going to end up fucking Briar over. That then is going to be the end of your turn. Now we've got a whole bunch of more combatants who are all going to come down this ladder. They are clearly not particularly organized because they're sort of hustling and bustling all over the top of each other. But you can now see each of those of you who are still over, you know, in the above part of all of this, you know, in the upper part of the cave system. You can see all of these guys coming off the ladders together, and there are a lot of them. You see that there are like hyena-like humanoids. These are a race called the Gnoll. Gnoll with a G. And they are followed swiftly by thugs. These thugs, there are 4 of them. The Gnoll, there are 7 of them. And they look to be particularly interested in what they can loot and plunder down here. Now, these guys are also going to be doing perception checks as they get to the bottom of these ladders. And their perception, the thugs have got a +0, and the Gnoll have a +0. So they're all doing flat rolls, but that does mean that we're getting 11 d20, and we're going to be keeping the highest roll. That then is a nat 20. That then is a nat 20. I keep bumping my fucking mouse on my keyboard, and it turns on deafen on Discord, and so I keep cutting myself off while I'm in the middle of saying something to you guys. One of the... Let's see where that was. One of the Gnoll, one of these hyena-type guys, looks over and sees you guys, and the big, like, melted hole in the side of this, like, capsule thing, and shouts, "Over there! Over there! We've got people in here! They look fancy! We might get some things off them!" And all of these other guys are all going to look in your direction, and suddenly you've got an enormous crowd of rioters who are about to come and destroy you. They're all going to move their distance as far as they can. These guys have got a walk distance of 30, and these have got a walk distance of 30 as well. So, have a think about what you guys want to be doing while I move these guys around. Bearing in mind you can discuss openly what your strategy is because you're not restricted by speech.
Except me.
Except you.
Squeak, 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 squeak,
Come
squeak.
to the tunnel.
Squeak.
Briar, what's the plan?
I have no idea. I'm just gonna stand guard here in case they come up behind us.
Okay, well, I guess I'll be your backup. I don't know what everybody else is doing. There's a tunnel up there, and I don't trust it.
Should we follow them?
I mean, I don't know how many are coming down this area, so we might have to.
The bandit captain sees all of this now and points over towards you all and says, "Charge!" And that is going to be the end of the thugs and the Gnolls' turns. Now it is over to Arelli.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a
That
lot.
is a lot of
That's
thugs.
so many.
So
That's way
many
too many.
thugs. If you are still struggling to see them, allow me to point this out to you. So, Arelli's turn. Arelli sees all of this happening, sees everybody moving and doing, you know, brave things to try and hold things back, but does call over to you, Briar, and say, "I don't think that you're going to be able to hold them off on your own, and I know that this place looks sus, but honestly, Ash, I think that our best bet is to get away from these guys. I think that they might end up killing us."
You're not wrong. That's
So-
a lot.
Aurelie is going to make her way over to the opening to this tunnel, is going to jump in, and is then going to move ahead by some. So Aurelie is going to match the distance of Ruby, as she can jump in and then take another 30 with the dash action. Also, she does have... she's got cunning action, which means that she can also take an extra dash with a bonus. And so she's going to move into this little side that she can see just ahead of you guys. To see if she can hide in the darkness over there. And then she will use her action to stealth, which thankfully she does have expertise in stealth. And so, wow, she rolled an 8. With a nat 1, Aurelie stumbles over and goes, "Oh, fuck!" And everybody then in the tunnel is now going to look over and see Aurelie prone on the ground, not knowing what the fuck is happening, but definitely seeing a new assailant. Okay, now we head back over
what the fuck was that?
the now we head back over to the current map, and we're going to get back to the top of the order. That was the end of that turn. It's now the bandit captain's turn, and he is going to do his absolute damnedest to move in closer to where all of you guys are. He has got a movement speed then of 60 if he takes a full dash. So he's going to get to there. And that's going to be the end of his turn. It's now Briar's turn.
Ash, are we dashing?
Yeah, I think you just put the D in. Yeah, I'm gonna put the D in dash.
Nice.
All right,
Let's just
Wait. That didn't sound right. That didn't sound right.
No.
Don't put the D in anything.
Definitely didn't.
Never put the D in
I
anything.
think you mean you want to put the ash in dash.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think you
that's
want to
what
put
I
the
meant,
ash in
don't-
dash. Don't put the D in dash.
That's better,
Please
that's
don't.
better.
Please never do that.
Especially down a secret tunnel. We're all very exposed.
Secret
Secret
tunnel.
tunnel
Secret tunnel.
through the mountains.
Yeah. All right. So
Where's the entrance to this tunnel?
it's the hole. It's
It is
this.
secret.
Yeah. Here, this. That has been melted off.
Where's the entrance to the secret tunnel? It's the hole. No fucking shit.
Like, I just...
Yeah.
I see people standing around. I don't actually see
Well,
a
what
hole.
do you want from me? I've explained it, haven't I? I've explained it.
Can I just
that the
squeak
thing
really
got
loudly?
melted.
Squeak!
You're on Aldrin's shoulder still. Aldrin turns to Ferdinand and says, is Isabel saying something or just yelling?
I can still point as a rat, can't I? Squeak!
Ferdinand
And I
says,
point to the hole.
I only speak common and frog. I'm so sorry. I don't know what she's saying. Do you need me to check her bumhole? No, I think you're all right there. I think you're all right there, Ferdinand. Thank you.
Squeak.
Oh, I'm not sure she was into that. I think that we can
I
probably...
shake my head. I can still shake my head.
Yeah, I think that we can probably just rule that one out. That I'll stay here. Okay,
Look at
Briar,
the king
are
waking
you
while I
moving,
was
Briar?
away.
Or are you going to tickle Ruby with that measurement of yours?
I was waiting for that.
Yeah, you can move. You can move. This whole area here is the opening. That's where Aldrin melted the side of the thing off. Okay, so that's your total movement. So I will put you alongside Maggie in this tunnel area. Right. You guys are actually going to be able to see more than I am because you've got you have what do you call it? You've got what word am I looking for? Dark vision. You've got dark vision when I click on your tokens. I, as the DM, only get to see what the atmosphere is, and the atmosphere down there is dark. Okay. So you've moved with a dash.
I'm not sure all of us have dark vision.
I don't know if I as a rat do or not.
I think all
Not
we humans
everybody.
do.
Did I lend dark vision to y'all when we got down here?
Yeah, not everybody does. Maggie and Aurelie don't. But I'm pretty sure that the rest of you... Ruby, you've got dark vision up to 60. Aldrin's got it up to 60. Briar's got it up to 300. Oh my god. Ash has got it up to 300. And Isabel doesn't have it. So Isabel,
what about as a rat?
You're a puny human. As a rat, you have dark vision up to 30.
Squeaky.
As a rat, you can see more. Okay.
Okay, I'm staying as a rat.
So Briar's move, that was your action. Do you have a bonus action you want to do, or should we move on in the order?
Move on.
Sweet. Then it's now the Berserker's turn. These are the guys who I described as being pretty ravenous. They are ready to attack, and attack they are going to try. They are going to make their way to here, and then up to here. And so I'll just move these guys to match him. Let me see what attacks they've got. They don't have any ranged attacks, so they are going to need to try and close distance with you to get anywhere with that. Isabel, it's your turn.
I have a proposal. Let me say. Question: would mending be able to mend acid damage?
Not to the extent that you are considering. No.
Dang it. Okay, I am going to hold my action until Aldrin has done their turn, if that's okay. Because
sure.
Aldrin will move more than I can.
No problem at all. Do you want to prepare an action? If such and such happens, then I will such and such. That sort of thing. It uses your action and your reaction.
I don't know yet.
Well, okay. It's free to do. It's free to do. You don't cast anything or use anything up by doing it. And if you wait until your next turn, then you will have lost the opportunity of doing it if there was one. So it's fine if you don't want to do it, but yeah, it doesn't cost you anything to do it. So it's
yeah, because I kind of wanted to hold my action and stay where I was until everybody had gone in, and then gone in, mended the hole, and then gone down the tunnel with the rest of you. But I can't do that.
As in, do you want to hold your turn? Like your whole turn?
I don't know, because I can't see what's in the map, the next map, unfortunately.
Right. So, if you want to wait until the others have gone into the tunnel, then that is called holding your action. Is that what you want to do? Or do you want to wait until
the others
next
gone
round?
into the tunnel.
Okay. Because Aldrin... you're on Aldrin's shoulder, and Aldrin is next. So you can wait for your...
I'll leap off the shoulder. If I leap off the shoulder and stay at the entrance while Aldrin goes, I'll wait till everybody else is in and then follow them.
So you're trying to stay behind to protect everybody. Is that your goal?
Yes. Yes.
I understand now. Okay. Then, yeah, you can jump off of Aldrin's shoulder and wait here, but Aldrin is next and he's going to jump in.
Okay, I'm going to stay as a rat, just element of surprise and all that palaver.
Good stuff. Then Aldrin jumps in. And Aldrin is going to move up to... let's see. Aurelie failed the stealth, so it won't take much for Aldrin to be able to see her. But we'll go... Let's measure this out so that we're not fudging anything. Aldrin's got 30, so this is going to be... Yeah, up to here. Aldrin gets over to Aurelie with using their action. And let's see, is there anything that Aldrin can do as a bonus? Okay. He's going to cast Dragon's Breath on Ferdinand just to prepare it. It lasts for a minute. You touch one willing creature and imbue it with the power to spew magical energy from its mouth, providing it has one. Choose acid, cold, fire, lightning, or poison. Of course, acid. Until the spell ends, the creature can use an action to exhale energy of the chosen type in a 15-foot cone. So yeah, Aldrin is going to cast that on Ferdinand the Frog. And is going to move on in the combat order. That then is going to be Maggie's turn. Maggie moves, and while I'm moving Maggie, Ash, what do you want to do with your turn?
I'm gonna scooch my booty back up this way. Oh, no, wait, stop. No. Okay, sorry, I didn't want to, like, get, like, under some other character.
Uh-huh. I appreciate that.
How big is the hole that was melted?
It's as big as
this
the
whole
drawing
area that
on
you
the thing.
circled?
Yeah, the big circle there, big 30-foot wide hole.
Never mind. I was gonna try to mend it behind us, but I can't. It's too
I'd
big.
already said that mending is
I
not
already
going to do
suggested that.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to click that. I was just trying to read it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Isabel, Shen already asked mending, and I already said no, mending won't do that.
Okay, I didn't think I heard that. I went to go grab a drink when that was asked, probably.
Okay. So you jump in. How far did you make it? What distance were you away from the thing? What distance did you move?
I moved 40... no, I moved full 50 feet.
50. So you've got 50 fly, and you're trying to fly while you're down there as well?
Yeah, I would like to hover down. I mean, if I need to walk, I'll walk, but then my speed is only 25.
You're gonna be as close to the ground as possible. You can't stay out of a person's reach down here, basically, because it's too small. In the cavernous cave above, yes, you could probably do that, but down here, it's just not feasible. So yeah, you would be down in this area. Are you gonna dash your full movement forwards? And would you rather go left to where Maggie just successfully hid, or right to where Aldrin is trying to protect Aurelie?
I think I would go with Maggie, because if Aldrin's protecting Aurelie, I feel like I need to protect Maggie.
Okay, so Maggie is in full cover, and you are just about at that point of cover, but these guys will have already spotted you because they spotted Aurelie when she did a nat 1 on her stealth.
Okay, well, in that case, I want to cast my Pass Without Trace, so that way they don't see any of us.
Well, they've already seen you, so it's too late. Like, after the fact, on future stealth rolls it will help you, but they've already spotted you, so they're going to be coming for this area and looking around it.
Okay.
Up to you if you want to continue doing it. You can, but you're all very spread out as well at the moment, and I don't think the radius on it is that great. Oh, by the way, you'll notice that all of your spell sheets, I have removed anything that was not legacy.
Yes,
so that
I
nobody's
see that.
casting the
much.
wrong shit.
Thank you so much.
Am I allowed to stop my hold action and go after you guys now?
Sure, yeah, you could go after Ash's turn before Ruby's.
Yeah, that's all I'm going to do for now. Go ahead.
Yeah,
okay, so then it's now going to be Isabel's turn. Isabel is just going to leap straight in. Are you continuing to be a rat?
Yeah, but I will dash as a rat. Using my action. So it gives me 40...
40 feet, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so you were right at the entrance to the cave, and now everybody's inside of it, so we are going to activate this map.
Oh, whoa. Where's that?
Okay. Now then. The guys down here were already in combat with the commoners, and so your initiative is going to be different down here. Because you have just arrived down here, I will ask all of you to roll initiative again, so that we can get this new combat encounter started. And we still don't have Mars. I don't get what's happening with Mars.
Has anyone tried...
okay. Yeah, I messaged them earlier, but they never replied.
Did you say they sometimes fell asleep at the desk or something?
Well, they work on these on Thursdays, and they have meetings occasionally that go on. But yeah.
Okay.
I don't know whether that would be the case today. Right. So, we've rolled for initiative. Your order in the initiative is now Isabel at the very top, and then Ash, and so on and so forth. You should be able to see it on the list there. But Aurelia and Maggie are at the very end. Everybody else here is going to go in the middle somewhere. Let's see. Isabel, first of all, what would you like to do? Your rat is here. Right next to Ruby.
Well, since if you said I could see better as a rat, right? But I have no vision.
You should have dark vision as a rat, but it's not going to do it for your token because your token is an NPC. So your dark vision would basically be like that.
Okay. I'm actually going to turn back into a human.
Okay. So you turn back into Isabel.
And I place myself where I was, where the rat was.
Okay.
And the first thing she's gonna say, "Crap! I forgot I can't see in the dark."
And Ruby, you see Isabel pop up next to you out of a rat's body. Isabel, you took a full dash to get there, and then you dropped this. Is there anything else that you want to do with your turn?
There's no point of doing perception. I cannot I cannot see a damn thing anymore. Ruby, is that you? Did I just hear you swear?
No.
in distinct funny. Ruby's voice. Yeah.
I just play on my arms where I thought I heard the noise and just give her a friendly little hit.
Ash, it's your turn.
You start stroking her, she will retaliate.
No.
Ash's turn. You're right there next to Maggie. What do you want to do with your turn now, Ash? Hello? Tats?
I'm sorry, I was talking about chat.
Yes, I know! Stop! You're in a fucking game! Bloody hell.
I'm gonna go and catch up with... I'm gonna stick with Briar.
Hello, Tats' chat. I'm very sorry, but I do need to take them from you just for a couple of hours while Tats plays a game. Because Tats is supposed to have the highest priority is the game, and then the next priority is you guys. So don't feel like Tats is ignoring you when I ask Tats to pay attention to the game. She's just doing what I have asked everybody to do for the last year. So no hard feelings. I love you all, but bad Tats. Right. What are you doing with your turn now then?
I'm gonna run out here.
Great stuff. Love that.
And I'm gonna cast Sanctuary.
Ooh, Sanctuary.
If I find it.
Should be easier to find it.
Yeah. I gotta see the distance on it real quick.
Mm-hmm. You can also... There is a search bar at the top of your spell sheets, everybody. You can type in the name of the thing that you want to use.
Okay, before I move, I'm gonna cast it on...
Like that.
On our friend. I can't remember their name right now. Our bird friend.
Maggie.
The little, Maggie. Yes, thank you. God, why did I forget her name?
Maggie, like magpie.
I'm casting it on Maggie because she got low health.
She's naturally got low health. She has a max HP of 21. Does Sanctuary give a temporary hit point?
No, it wards her against attack.
Cool. The range is 30 feet, so would you have done this before you left?
Yes, I would have cast it on her before I left.
Right. Then I will give Maggie this Sanctuary. There we are.
And that's how I'm ending my turn, right here in the middle where they can all see me, because I don't care.
Lovely stuff. It is now the thugs' turns, and there are, I must say, fewer thugs and attackers down here than what you had above you. But the guys above you probably going to be trying to find their way to you. So it's within your best interests to try and move ahead and see where you can get to. All of these attackers are on the back of this machine, and they are going to first of all see what their priorities are, and so we're going to listen here, Mr. DM. If I want to talk to Tats, I will talk to Tats. Hope you're doing well though. Ghosty, listen. I will talk to Tats and you will talk to Tats, but Tats needs to focus on the fucking game.
You're asking somebody with severe ADHD to focus.
I have ADHD. Half the people in here have got ADHD. Pay attention to the fucking game. You'll get. I'll play the world's fucking smallest violin for you, and then you can obsess over where you're gonna put it in your house. Right. These guys have rolled a flat d20 to get an idea of what they think would be their biggest priority, and their biggest priority is to attack the commoners here. They're going to just take out some of the commoners. Commoner stats, they only have 4 HP, and the thugs don't give a fuck. That was their idea to do this beforehand, and it's still their idea to do it now. This guy is going to attack with his crossbow. And so are the others. This guy comes down to here and attacks with his. And then this guy, they've got a movement speed of 30, so he is going to move to there. And he's then well within range to be able to attack with his crossbow. And these are heavy crossbows, so they do much more damage. We've got a dirty 20, a dirty 20, and an 11. Commoner stats, they only have an AC of 10. So, they are all going to get hit by this. We're going to go 1 attack. We're going to go 2 attacks. We're going to go 3 attacks. The 3 commoners are still standing, each of them. But one of them is at half health, one of them is at 1 HP, and the other one is at half health. That was the thugs' turns. Let me just see. At least one. Yeah. Okay. That then is the thugs' turns. It is now Aldrin's turn. Is Mars here? Have we received a Mars yet? No, we have not. Doesn't look like Mars is here yet, so we're going to go with Aldrin. Aldrin is going to... let's see. Used Dragon's Breath. Used Acid Ball. Used Levitate. What do we have on the lower end of the scale? Comprehend languages, sleep, color spray, and absorb elements. None of those are really going to help. So, I think... Let's see. Is there anybody here who is at more risk than anybody else? Yes, this guy. So this guy... Oh, and this guy as well. So this guy is surrounded by flames. And so I think that Aldrin would probably move in closer and use control flames to try and hold back the fire. But I think we'll cast this at a 2nd level, although it's a cantrip. We're going to use up a 2nd level spell slot so that Mars can control a long strip of flame so that this guy can get to safety from it. And we will do... This is now the safe area. So we can delete that and we'll put the measurement on. So that then is going to be a safe area for this guy to be able to move. And Mars is going to shout, "Get off the flames! Get away from the fire! That's a bad idea. Don't do that. That's a bad place to be." And that is going to be Aldrin's turn. It is now Briar, your go.
Okay. Are my spirit guardians, did they come down the tunnel with me?
Yeah. It would have cast with you, so you'll still have it on you. It's what, 15 feet? There you go.
Yeah. And then I'm going to move. I'm gonna use my action to dash.
Great.
And that's 60 there. And then I think that's it. Boring turn. Sorry, it's been a little
It's
bit.
all right.
Just moving
Yeah.
heavy.
There's a lot of pursuit. This is a very pursuit heavy thing. I designed it that way. Don't worry. That then is your turn over, and it's now the berserkers' turns.
Oh, sorry. Real quick. Now that I see the commoners, I'm going to tell my spirit guardians and you know, protect the commoners. Don't attack.
Good idea. Yes, that would certainly have hurt them. Okay, so it is the berserkers' turns. Where you had 3 berserkers up top, you only have 2 here. And these guys have got movement speed of 30 each. So let's see. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so we'll do that, but we'll do it off to one side so that they're not running through the flames. And they're just within reach. Ooh, that's a shame for them. They were so close. I tell you what, though, it's now the bandits' turns. We had thugs, we've had berserkers, it's now the bandits. And there are 3 bandits. So these bandits are all going to try and make their way down here. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's as far as they can make it. That guy's getting there. This guy gets here. And I think this guy's actually going to come in behind this guy. And he's just going to sort of stand here and just attack him. But they are using... Yeah, they're using their actions to move. That wouldn't have needed an action, though. He could have gotten there. So this guy is going to attack. And he's going to attack this commoner with a scimitar. He misses. Misses on the commoner. The commoner is too wily for this guy. It's now the commoner's turns. So the commoners can now start to move away. But this guy is going to take an opportunity attack. He's still going to move because he's not a seasoned combatant. He doesn't know any better. And his walk speed is 30. He's just going to run. And I think these guys are probably also going to do an insight check to see if you guys are friendly. And if you are, or if you are part of the posse that are trying to kill them. This guy gets a 3, so he fully believes that you guys are a danger to him. So he's not going to trust what Aldrin said to go through the path of no flame. And he's instead going to run off to one side and go past this dude over here. This berserker then is going to get an attack of opportunity on him, which he will take. And he gets a 9, which misses. Then this commoner is going to run down here. I think he will probably go 5, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. So he will make it to there. But he takes an opportunity attack. And then this guy also will make it over here because they are about the same distance away. So now these guys both get scimitar attacks. That is 2 hits. And that will be 3 damage on the first and 5 damage on the second. So one of these guys is dead. And the other guy gets 3 damage. So there's a dead commoner on the ground over there. I shouldn't have deleted him, should I? I should have just... Here, I'll just put a new commoner there in his place. You're the same commoner. Don't deny it.
No, not that commoner. I love that commoner.
Oh, yeah. So the others, as you got down here, the others are all like, no, not Toby! Not Toby! Toby! Why are you doing this to Toby? We all love Toby! And Toby is now dead. Alright. It is...
Can I please specify? Is Toby is dead, not just on 0 HP?
Toby is dead.
Okay.
Commoners don't get death saving throws. They die, they die.
Oh.
Yeah.
New D&D campaign, that idea. Everybody's a commoner.
If you're an NPC, you don't get death saving throws. If you're an important NPC, like Arelli or Maggie, sure. But if you're, like, just a regular dude, nope. And these guys are commoners, so it's not like they can like hold on for dear life because they're battle, you know.
I was just gonna try and spare the dying. I'm just planning my turn, you know.
Well, yeah, he big old dead. And then these guys, these can move, and they're gonna move down here. So let's see. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. They're going to come down here. Because they don't know any better and they're scared. They don't really care who is going to be the most danger. They just got hit from the back. And they're going to run away. That then is going to be Ruby's turn.
Hello, it has been a while because I've been
Has.
bottom of the initiative order twice.
Yeah.
So you got to everyone's turn but mine and then reset the order and I rolled badly again.
Yeah.
So I've like not had a turn for ages. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm sure I am. So the guy who just killed Toby?
Yes.
He's having an eldritch blast to the face.
Nice.
It's 120 feet distance, so he's within range.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. So
Avenge Toby!
That's 75 feet distance you are from him. So 12 to hit, and that just matches his AC.
Thank God. Okay. 8 force damage, please.
8 force damage. He looks very hurt, but he is not down yet.
Well, at distance, I have sweet Fanny Adams in terms of bonus actions.
I don't think we get to see many spells from Ruby, and since it took so long to get back to your turn, do you want to describe how this happens?
Thank you. I don't quite. In my head, Ruby's Eldritch Blast. It's just this crackling black energy that just comes straight out of her palm. It's as if she's going to palm heel strike the air, and then you're like, what the hell is this monk doing? There's no one in front of her, and then just this black crackling energy comes out and just booms into this guy's chest.
So
and
Ruby's key comes out as like a black bolt of lightning. Love that.
Oh, when she's Eldritch Blasting, it does.
Like,
you know.
It's almost like one of the stripes off your fur has come to life and lashed out at them. That's very cool. That's very cool.
Maybe we'll see one of the base colors come out when she does Firebolt, because she's actually got some weaponized cantrips now, not just help I'm squishy cantrips.
Yeah.
But yeah, I literally don't think I have any bonus actions I can
you
do
have movement
from distance.
You have movement.
I don't know if I want. I'm so squishy. Still, I don't know if I want to move. I'll move into. Here we go. I'll move into Briar's spirit thingy.
Spirit guardians.
And who am I stood next to? These are commoners, right? They
commoners.
Don't have weapons. Lovely.
They have
so
clubs.
The guy next.
On their stat sheet, they have clubs. Essentially, they've just picked up whatever rubble was on the ground, and they're going to beat things with it if they can.
Okie smoky. So I have nothing that's a bonus action that I can do. So maybe I'll just chill and just turn to these commoners and just go, what the hell is that in front of us? What the fuck is that machine?
They are terrified, so I'll need you to give them a persuasion roll. Just roll above a 10, and they'll stop for a second long enough to be able to answer you.
Watch me do a nat 1. Oh, it's
17. Okay, they turn and say, it's the crawler. It's how we were gonna get out of here. This is a big. It's like a large contraption that's supposed to go long distances without us having to walk it. It was our escape, but it broke down in all of the chaos, and these people might have been behind it. I don't know, but they're attacking us, and I'm scared.
Then hide, because there's people coming behind us. You
would not need an insight check or a perception check to suddenly smell the change in the air. There's something that just happened in or around his pants that is different than it was before.
It
Now
definitely
then.
wasn't Phantom. Lovely, thank you.
Yes, definitely not Phantom. Right, so these gnolls are now going to move up towards you guys, and they are going to use, let's see, longbows. So they've got longbows, and they're going to fire on you. Let's see, we'll get to, that would be 25, that then is 30. So these guys are going to come up to here, and they are going to fire their longbows in your direction. Which of you is going to be the biggest threat for them to want to take out first? I think.
Well, they can't see me, I'm guessing.
Where are you? Well, you're in the dark, and you're farther away. But these guys have dark vision up to 60. Let's see where 60 is, and we can work from that. 60 then is here. So I think that they would probably want to go for... I think they're just going to kill some more commoners, to be honest. I think that that's going to be their biggest thing, because they can't really see you guys yet. But they're going to make their way forward eventually. So this guy is going to fire with his longbow. The other guy, 2. So we've got one attack roll is a nat 1, so he hits himself. And the other one is a nat 20. Wow. What a combination. What a fucking combination. So one of them is like, Cecil, why did you just hit yourself in the leg? Look, you do it like this. You draw it back, you get to your shoulder, knock it, fire. And manages to go straight through the eye of one of these commoners at the same time. The guy here, he is the one who stood like on the rampart with no flame. So I think that it's probably the guy here who stood like in the flame that's probably the one who missed. So this guy's going to take the damage from his own attack. And he takes 9 damage, which brings him down to nearly half health. And this guy is going to be the one who does the big damage, the crit. And he gets a 10 on the commoner who just fled down the side tunnel. So that is now Keith, who is now dead. Keith, unfortunately, I'm sorry, dude, but you are dead. That's 2 commoners down. That is the Gnoll's turns, and it is now Aureli's turn. Aureli, feeling a little foolish for stumbling when she got here, is going to use half her movement to stand up, which gives her 15 left, and is going to see what she's got. She doesn't have anything ranged, and nor does she have any spells. So she is going to see if she can get down this side tunnel, and then hide somewhere nearby. And then she can get within close range. I think, let's see. What would she be more likely to do? This one she can do with just a bonus. She could get to this guy with just a bonus. So that would be a dash. There would be no hide because she'd need to use her bonus action to get there. I think she'll do that. I think she's going to do that. She already feels sheepish and silly for having stumbled and ruined everybody's stealth opportunities. So she's just going to get there and she's going to attack this guy. She swings at him with her quarterstaff and gets a 10, which should not be enough to beat it, which it is not. So she manages to get up to this guy using a bonus action, cunning action dash, and that's all that she can do. Maggie at this point is going to try and use her mimicry. So Maggie is going to mimic the sound of one of these guys and is going to pretend to be the bandit captain to try and get these guys to point somewhere else and see if they can go elsewhere. So she's going to use her deception, which she's got a +7 on because she has expertise in it. And that gets her a 25 deception. Now, I'm no mathematician scholar, but these guys do not have any bonus on their insight, so every single one of these guys would be taken over by this Maggie ploy. Now, the question is, what did... I think that the bandit captain beforehand said, go and get all those guys! And so Maggie is going to stand out in the dark here, and is going to point over and gesture, because these guys don't have dark vision either. And so they're going to hear Maggie making that noise and pointing further up the tunnel towards the, like, beyond the burning wreckage. And he's going to say, go in that direction. And we'll see how that pans out on their turn. We're back up to the top of the order, though. And it's now Isabel's turn. Isabel,
Alright.
what would you like to do?
Well, I could probably, even though I haven't got dark vision, I could probably see the fire in the distance, right?
Yeah. So all of these different points of light you can see, and the glow from this as well is definitely illuminating the surrounding area for you.
So, 1 sec. 30. I think I can go this far.
I think you were
Now,
there,
here's
weren't
the-
you? So that's 40.
Yeah, I could go 40, I believe.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, you
how far does my javelin fly?
I think are they 60 or lower than that? It is 30, 120. So the first 30 feet that you throw is going to be flat roll, and then the 120 between 35 and 120 feet, that's going to be a disadvantage throw.
Okay. I'm going to rage. If I rage, I can, as long as I attack somebody, I stay in rage, right?
Correct.
I'm gonna first of all rage myself up. Let me do that.
You can also use reckless, because that affects what do you call it? Ranged attacks as well as melee attacks. So that would then make it. That would then cancel out the disadvantage and make it a flat roll again.
Okay, and I'm going to use reckless too.
Great.
And I am going to throw one of my lovely javelins over towards this guy, I believe, is the nearest one I can see.
Nice.
And let me. Hold on. Just it's a disadvantage, isn't it?
No, because you used reckless, it's a flat roll.
Okay.
Any amount of advantage and any amount of disadvantage at the same time on the same roll cancels out, and you end up with just a flat roll.
Do I hit
Like,
him?
you could have 7 reasons for why you have advantage and only 1 reason that you have disadvantage, and it still cancels out to flat. Yes, you do. You just beat him, his AC by 1. So please give me damage. I think even with your rage and your bonus, you should immediately kill this guy. Yes, and you do. Quite easily. This guy only had 3 HP left, and with 12 damage, you essentially take it, like the base of his spine out with your javelin that goes sailing through his body and embeds into the cave wall behind him.
Oh, that's such a horrible way to die. It's like the reverse stomach death.
Oh, it's awful. It is awful.
Oh, but I have an extra attack, don't I?
You do.
But I don't think I can reckless attack that one. Do I?
It's the first attack on your turn that you can reckless, yeah.
Okay, so this one will be disadvantage.
Hmm.
Okay, so I attack with disadvantage with my javelin. I still get that.
A dirty 20 for sure. What was your other?
What was my
You got a 13 and a 14, and you get a +7 to it. That's a pretty good.
So
that's a pretty
I don't
good
need
bonus.
to ask you if that hits.
Who is it that you're attacking?
This
That guy. That guy?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Give me damage. You definitely do hit, yes.
It's
Okay.
not going to kill him though.
It's not going to kill him, but he
It's
out
still
of
gonna be the
nowhere
base of
gets base of his skull. Yeah. So he's like it gets him, like, catches him right in his throat, and you can see that he's starting to, like, gag and blood is coming out. But this guy seems a little hardy. He like takes the javelin and like breaks it off with his sword and just lets the haft of it lie to the floor. Is there anything else you want to do with your turn? I think that's all of it, right?
Since I'm in a rage, I'm just gonna sit there puffing it.
The commoner that shot himself behind you looks terrified. And it's now Ash's turn. Ash, what are you doing?
This guy's still looking pretty shiny, right? Like healthy.
Oh yeah, he's glistening with blood, that kind of shiny. He was the one that just had a javelin go into his throat.
All right, I'm gonna move up here, and then I'm gonna take archer form.
Mm-hmm.
I'm working on clicking it.
Mm-hmm.
Where's my... Oh, there. And that's my attack.
A dirty 20 hits.
And then there's my damage. Is it? Yeah. Yeah, there we go.
4 damage. Only 4 damage.
Only 4.
That is
Wild.
a real shame for this bandit because that's all he had left. Exactly 4
no.
HP. Please describe the kill on this bandit.
So as the shiny radiant arrow pierces him, light emanates, kind of like a ball of light emanating out from his body as he melts and turns to dust.
Yeah, I mean, that makes a lot of sense in the flames as well, but the guys around probably, they know what a fiery body takes and how long it takes to die on a funeral pyre and, you know, get burnt up and everything when you're a body on that. And Jesus Christ, that's scary for them. Right, then it's now going to be the thug's turns unless you have something else you want to do on your turn. I think
No,
you still have movement. Do you want to use any of that?
No, I'm gonna stay right here,
Okay.
trying to keep in between, I guess, everybody and the bad guys. I don't know.
Cool. Then in that case, how many of these guys do I have left? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 bad guys left on this field of battle as far as I can tell. So following Maggie's, like, shout to leave, I'm going to give them wisdom saving throws to see whether they can, like, settle their nerves enough that they can ignore the deception that she did so well. Because even if a commander had shouted them, they don't have a commander down this tunnel with them. They know better than to immediately listen to someone that just starts barking orders, even if they do sound like an authority. So what they're going to do is they're going to try and see whether they can steel their nerves and ignore this authority and just decide to do whatever the fuck they want and continue as they were. So we're going to aim for something above 10 is going to be well enough for them to stay in this. Anyone that gets below a 10 is going, like 10 or below, no, 9 or below, they're going to be fleeing. They're going to start running. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of them are going to start fleeing. They're going to run in the opposite direction of the tunnel. And that is going to start with the 3 thugs immediately running up the tunnel. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so they're so far at the end of the tunnel that they're basically just out of combat, so they're going to go. And that was their point of the combat. The other guys are going to have to wait for their turns. It is now Aldrin's turn, and I think Aldrin sees what's about to happen, but also remembers that there were people in the tunnel behind them in the cave, and doesn't want to use up all of their abilities and everything right away. But there is this beautiful little grouping here of some of them close together, and it would be a shame not to throw an acid ball into that, right? We all agree? I think we all agree on that, right?
Oh, definitely. Sorry, I was drinking.
Yes, I agree.
I would say that this is a pretty good little thing to just throw a bunch of...
melt.
Yeah, I think melting that area, this guy's just outside of it, but these guys, just melting them, that's got to be nice. We need to do that.
I could deal with the straggler if you really want.
That is 4 successes on the dex saving throws, but we still need to roll for damage to see how much they're going to be losing out on. So that is going to get halved and rounded down to 10 damage each. So, half. That guy is nearly dead. That guy is at half health. That guy is nearly dead. And that guy is kind of doing alright, honestly. Kind of doing alright. Berserkers are chunguses. They have lots of strength. They are not easy to put down.
They're still going to be very, very disfigured though, right? With all that acid.
They are. This guy has like his leg is starting to melt, but everything else he just like dived out the way of. This guy looks like he's about to die. This guy looks like he's about to die, and this guy looks like half of his ribcage just got melted off. But he feels like he could probably continue in the fight. It is still Aldrin's turn. Aldrin still needs to move, and has used a spell. And let's have a look at cantrips. Any bonus action cantrips? None. So we are going to move into the side passage, I think. Or no, we're going to move up here to be by Aurelie. So 10, 20, 30. I'm going to get up here to be near Aurelie. Still has dragon breath on. And so anybody that comes near is going to get a dragon's breath. But Aldrin used their action already to do that acid ball, so we can't hold an action until next turn. Briar, your turn.
Okay, I'm going to move just normal speed, so just 1.
Yeah.
And then I want to guiding bolt this guy.
Nice. Love it.
Oops, I was looking at my D&D Beyond sheet by accident. So, I am having trouble actually clicking. Oh, there we go. Never mind. Not having trouble anymore.
Just lag.
Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe from just connecting to Europe or something.
I don't know, man.
Okay.
Has the weather been
Use a second
affecting,
level spell.
like, internet in your area? Anything like that?
No.
Is there something special about the weather over there?
Well, I don't know.
Sorry,
That's why I asked.
I
don't know where Katie lives in America, so I don't know what part you'd have to worry about.
I don't know if anywhere in America's got weird weather at the moment.
I don't really follow the news though, to be fair. That's my biggest thing. Dirty 20 is definitely gonna hit. Give me damage.
How exactly do I roll damage for that one?
Using the damage button.
There isn't one.
There is for me. I'll roll it for you if you want.
Yeah, please.
Okay.
There wasn't one.
Yeah, on mine it says attack, damage, and then refund resource. Okay, so you have rolled 19 with a 5d6. You got 2 6s, a 4, a 1, and a 2. And that all goes onto this berserker, who takes the full 19.
And
he
then
does not
the
look
next
phased
attacker. Yeah, the next attacker will have advantage. So,
cool.
Assuming Ruby goes for that person, then Ruby would have advantage.
Right. Yeah, Ruby, if you take like 2 dashes, then you'll be able to get advantage.
Or just whoever
Yeah.
attacks that
No,
one
I
next
take your
will get
point.
advantage.
I take your point. I take your point.
Count, right?
Like Ruby's the furthest away from combat.
Yeah, I mean you should be able to.
Advantage on an attack roll. So yeah, Eldritch Blast is an attack roll,
Yeah.
even though it's ranged. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Are
That's my
you
turn.
moving anywhere else, doing anything else, or are you good?
Nope, all good.
All right, then it's now the Berserkers. The Berserkers are going to be the members of this bandit group who are not going to be running away. they are going to be the ones who are going to stay in the fight, and they are going to continue the fight. They are much, much stronger than the other guys in this fight, the bandits and the thugs. They're just regular townsfolk who picked up arms and started attacking people. These berserkers are actually trained warriors, and they are dangerous. So they are going to make their way down to start attacking. This guy is going to make it down here to Aurelie, and this guy can't make it quite far enough, so he is going to get to here. And he's just going to back up his dude next to him. Then this guy is going to attack with his great axe. And because he is a berserker, he can use reckless attack.
Ooh, competition.
Yes, so he is going to attack with advantage and gets a 19 to hit Aurelie. Aurelie's AC is only 13. He then does 7 damage, which is actually pretty good considering it's a great axe. They do 1d12 plus 3, and she only got a 7. So that's pretty good. But Aurelie now has taken 7 damage and is down to 33 out of 40. That is the Berserkers' turns. It's now the bandits. 2 of the bandits are dead, so there's only 1 bandit left, and it's this guy who is also very nearly dead. So he is going to be running away himself. And he gets up to there. Which is basically far enough away that he is not going to be in the combat anymore, so I will delete him as well. Now it's the commoners. Commoners monk. Alright, so. Boom, boom, boom. This guy gets to here. Yes, it's fine. Don't need to see the whole thing. This guy is going to get to here, just to be in and around the light source over here. This guy is going to join him. This guy sees them running, knows that one of them just shot himself, and is going to run down here instead. This commoner sees him and is going to run down this way as well and see what he can do about getting out of this tunnel opening that you guys have opened up. This guy sees him doing that and feels like that's probably a good idea, and he's going to try and help get the melty cover open. Ruby's turn.
Hey yo. I would like to do an Eldritch Blast, please.
Oh, would you? You surprised me.
I would. I know. With advantage, if you don't mind.
You can do it with advantage. See if I care.
Thank you.
Are you sure you want to do that?
A 15 does hit.
Cool.
Now, you would have gotten advantage on this guy anyway, but for the fact that you're getting, because of the guiding bolt, you actually have 2 reasons why you would have advantage on him. That still only counts as 1 level of advantage. But you have done 4 damage on him. This Eldritch Blast hits him, and hits his, like, open wound from the guiding bolt, and he's just sort of like, is that all you've got? You're next. First, I'm gonna kill this squishy one. Do you want to move anywhere? Do you want to do anything?
Well, he's taunted me now, so bear with me one moment.
That is not a good thing to do.
So I might not be able to. Hang on.
I'm hanging.
It's more that the things that used to be on the sheet I haven't clocked aren't there until I then try to remember what they are, and I'm like, oh, I think they were here at some point, and now I don't know. So,
what are you looking for?
Hang on. Oh. Yeah. I'm gonna flurry of blows this guy. I'm gonna rock up to him and then flurry of blows him. I couldn't find where it disappeared to. I found it.
Sweet.
So here I am.
So you
I
spend
will
a key
flurry
point.
blows. I am. I'm on it. Bear with. Flurry of blows. The advantage from the guiding bolt's been used up, but you mentioned another advantage. Is that happening?
Yeah. Until the end of his turn.
Then.
Until the end of his next turn. Yeah.
Boom.
That hits.
Flurry of blows is 2 strikes, isn't it? Yeah. There I am.
And don't forget to use the
Yes, I just fucked it up. Don't mind me. Let me do it correctly this time. No, that was wrong. Why isn't it rolling damage? Oh, for poo and wee sake. What's oh. Here you go. Here's 2 numbers. Well,
Great.
several numbers.
Love it. Yeah,
Hope
yeah.
for the best for me, because I don't know what I've done. I'm confused.
Lovely.
Help. I've not rolled damage at any occasion.
No, you've not. Okay, all right then.
I don't know what I've done.
That's great.
It just keeps coming up with attack.
Hang on.
You need the damage, not the attack.
God damn it.
Yeah, I know. There's no damage option, and then I can see that you're doing stuff to stuff, and I'm confused.
Yeah. Yes, I am. Damage.
You've just chuffed at him instead.
Yeah, you're just chuffing at me. What die is it for this? It's a D4, is it, or is it a D6? What's your unarmed strike damage normally?
Yeah, well, you've made
D6.
I don't know how you've done it. No, I don't know how you've done it. Oh no, here. Where's my fucking? Here we go. It's a D6. There you go. But I don't know what the bonus is, because suddenly the bonus has disappeared. Like, it was a favourite. It's now completely come off being a favourite.
Yes, I've removed it. Yeah. I'm doing it now. I'm making this whole fucking thing in the code. Give me a minute.
Hello, Foundry.
No.
Fucking, I swear to fucking God, I'm gonna kill you. Right. Let's go for that.
I know.
You know violence is never the answer.
It always is the answer.
I don't know
to a
about
martial
that.
artist. Shut the fuck. Right, okay.
I haven't hit Jackal in a while, at least.
Oh, I mean, it might be time again.
Oh, wait. No, that's actually a lie. Never mind.
I think... What's
The DM
your
is a lie.
strength? Oh no, you use dexterity, don't you? So then that would be different.
I seem to have a +8 that's come up. I think it's 1d6 +8 by the looks of it on my favourites.
We have an Aldrin.
No, that's your attack bonus.
I apologise.
Hey, Miles.
It would be plus an extra 3 for your dex. There we go. There. Now you've got it. Right. So the damage should now work. There we go. Lovely. Alright.
Do you need that again? Because it's 2 hits.
I've rolled it twice. It's fine. So you did your 2.
Okay.
I guess, yeah, you roll it. Now that you've got the opportunity to roll it.
I mean, you've only rolled it once with the actual bonuses.
Yeah.
So I guess 11 and 8.
Alright.
Hey, Jack,
we can take both of
is
those.
here now. They can
Yeah,
run
no,
their
I said it. I said hi, Mars.
Oh. I can't hear. I couldn't hear you for
Come
some
on,
how
my
can
guy.
I hear you.
Hey, come on, my guy. I literally just said it like
Come on, my
less
guy.
than a minute ago. Less than a minute ago, I said hi, Mars. Alright. Okay, so, Ruby, you have done your attack. Is that your turn over with now?
Yeah, 19 damage. That's me.
Oh, right. Then it's now the Gnolls' turns. The Gnolls, they are going to move, but they are less inclined to do so without attacking first. So they're both going to attack with longbows, and then they're going to run. So they're not going to be doing their dash actions. They're just going to be doing their... Thank you for that, Mars. They're going to be doing their ranged attacks, and then they're going to be moving. So they are also going to be taking down Arelli. They managed to get A 2 damage on one of them. Wow. Only a 2 damage. And a 4 damage on the other one. These fucking gnolls can't do shit, man. But, yeah. Aurelie takes both of those and is now on 27 out of 40. They are then going to move up the tunnel. So that is 10, 20, 30... And that's as far as they can get. They're still in combat as far as you are aware, but moving away from you. It is now Aurelie's turn, and Aurelie is going to do her absolute best to see if she can smack the shit out of this guy next to her. And she gets advantage on it because he's reckless. So she hits him with an 18.
Is she going to get advantage because she stood... She gets sneak attack because I'm next to her, right?
That is also true, but because she has advantage, she would also get that.
Never.
But it's because he's reckless. She gets the advantage, and now she gets a 5.
Yeah, as soon as you said reckless, I remembered that's why you get.
Yeah. And then she also gets the sneak attack. So we're gonna roll that, and that is an 18 on top of the 5. So this guy takes the 18 and the 5, and he is at death's door. He is so close to death. Maggie, at this point, it is her turn. She is going to come out and... What range does she have with this? Hand crossbow. She's got 30, 120. So she can go to here. And then that should be... Yeah, that's within 30. How far is that exactly? Exactly 30. Great. So Maggie is going to use her hand crossbow. Oh, can do that with advantage. I forget. Let me just do that one more time. So that is not an 8. It is in fact a 15. And Maggie then only gets 1 damage. I can't fucking believe that.
I feel like the bonuses are off.
Why? What makes you say that?
Well, B's bonus was off. I felt like my bonus might have been off. I don't know. And now Maggie's bonus is off.
I think.
No. So
I think mine was only off because I suddenly lost the wraps. They came off the sheet.
Oh,
that was why.
Ruby, Ruby had the wraps, but they didn't have the damage roll available on them, and had used the key points first. And the key points are just a flat unarmed strike without using the wraps. The wraps are still counted as a weapon. So that was why that happened. The bonus for Maggie is accurate because the damage bonus is whatever stat block you use to do the attack with, and with a ranged attack it's dexterity. Maggie's stats are as follows: 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 13. She has a +1 to charisma because everybody loves Maggie, so she gets a bonus to charisma. Exactly. She has a bonus to charisma.
She's a charismatic woman.
I heard she, but there you are.
I heard she.
I also heard she.
Yeah. Hi,
Devin.
So yeah, Maggie just did 1 damage, and that was accurate. Maggie rolled a 1 on a d6. This guy had 2 HP, and Maggie halved his health. He is not dead, but he is close to it. That's the end of Maggie's turn. It's now Isabel's. Isabel, would you want to throw another javelin, or do you want to get into the action?
Well, I want to get closer so I can stop having to use reckless attacks to get advantage. Okay, so I can
Well, this guy is 40 feet away from you.
Alright, I'm going in. Whee!
Cool
Hello.
beans. We love beans, and we love it when they're cool.
What other advantages does reckless attack give me?
You get advantage on your attack, but this guy was already attacking recklessly, so you already get advantage on him.
Okay,
but
so I'm
reckless is your first attack of the turn. So if you attack this guy, it would be reckless. You'd still get advantage, but the next guy would then have advantage on you anyway, even if he didn't go reckless himself.
I'm going to withhold it then.
Cool. So you're going to do an attack with the Vorpal Axe.
Is it going to be advantage, you said?
Yeah, because he was... Yeah. I mean, he only has 1 HP, so all you have to do is hit him and then you get it. With your ridiculous bonus with this legendary weapon of +13 on your roll of 15, you get a 28. And that is certainly going to hit him. I guess describe the kill, because we don't need to see what the damage is, although you can roll it if you want.
Well, how much did he have left out of curiosity?
1.
I'm just gonna lightly tap him because I know I'm just gonna kill him no matter what. So I just tap him on the head, and he just crumbles.
So with all of the damage that he's taken so far, he's sustained multiple fractures that are sort of held together like by toffee almost. And now you've just crunched in one of the more fragile pieces, and he just completely like caves in and falls to the floor, completely just.
I'll just give him a sharp tap on the head.
Oh yeah, and it 100% eviscerated his noggin, if you can call it viscera. So
and
yeah, he fully goes to the ground.
And I want to throw a javelin to this guy with my extra attack.
I love that. Go for it.
I cannot reckless attack, but I'd get an advantage because... Oh, what is my...
So you wouldn't get advantage on him. You would just get a flat roll. He hasn't attacked anyone to be reckless.
Okay. I
18
think I hit
still hits. Yeah, 18 still hits.
Okay, I'll need to damage on him.
11 damage. He's still looking pretty healthy. He's above half health still. That was your extra attack. Is there anything that you want to do with your bonus?
I just point my javelin, my axe menacingly at him and says, "I'm coming for you next." Try to intimidate a little bit.
Give me an intimidation check. He's the only person left here in the fight. He might just disengage and run away.
Okay.
When it gets to his turn, if he's not dead by then. A 7 intimidation. I think you probably... I would say that you've probably still got, like, the remnants of the rat's whiskers on your face. Like, still, like, going back to human form.
Like
and he sees that, and he's just sort of like...
Oh, we're coming for you next.
Yeah, yeah. He narrows his eyes, and it's just sort of like... What?
Like... He's just weirded out instead of scared.
The husk completely comes out of his voice, and instead of, like, snarling at you, he's just like, what? Okay, that is the end of your turn. It is now Ash's turn. Ash, you are bringing up the rear. Is there anything that you want to be doing here?
I do. I want to shoot this guy again.
Shoot. What's your range on it? You don't have a disadvantaged range, do you?
I do not believe I do. Let me double check. Archer, it just says within 60 feet in front of me.
Great. Well, he's definitely within 60 feet, so do you want to do your attack? Let's check on that. Yeah, 45. 25. Oof. Yes, that hits.
Oh, see, there's my bonus. It didn't have. I didn't think it had the bonus before.
That, yeah, no, you've got the +4 and the +3. That's not a damage roll, is the thing.
You just attacked again.
You just did an attack roll twice. Yeah.
Sorry.
You need to damage.
There we go. All right. Yeah, you're not doing with a 1d8 tats. You would do well to hit an 18 damage. So yeah, you.
I hope so.
I mean, an 18 on a d8 is pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive to get 10 plus whatever the die can do. Okay.
No,
so...
it said plus my wisdom modifier. My wisdom modifier wasn't in there. That's a +4.
Is it?
It says Archer, 1d8 plus your wisdom modifier.
So it should be 9 then.
So yeah, the other one should have been higher too. That's why I was like, I didn't think I was getting my modifier on it.
Attack. Effect. Targeting.
Because it says
area.
On a hit, the attack deals radiant damage equal to 1d8 plus your wisdom modifier, and my wisdom modifier is a +4.
Else. Attack ability is spellcasting. That's nothing to do with any damage then. Activate starry form. Archer attack. It's got it in it?
It's right on the starry form, right above where it says chalice in bold. It says, under the archer, it says, on a hit, the attack deals radiant damage equal to 1d8. Yeah.
I'm looking at the actual, like, thing itself.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. So it's not 100% doing it, is it really?
Right.
Right. So we'll call this full damage so that it's got a title that we can definitely see. And damage is going to be 1d8, yeah? Plus
4 is my wisdom modifier.
So we'll just do +4. We won't do Wiz Mod because that will essentially not see it. Okay. And allow critical, yes. Okay. That should do that. You should have that now available as an option.
Do you want me to hit attack again to see if it comes up? Or I mean damage again?
Yeah, let me do it for you. There you go. Great.
There we go.
Alright,
Yeah,
we're
that's
fixing
better.
this on the fly. So it should have a +4 to it. So
Yep, it
he gets his HP taken down by that much, and he is nearly at half health now. But he's not scared by that intimidation roll. Do you want to move anywhere, or are you going to stay where you
are? I am going to give guidance.
Yeah.
Since it's not an attack.
No.
To Aurelie.
Okay.
Do I need to do a guidance roll? Oh no, it said it can roll a die.
Yeah, like
Okay.
I think it's on their next roll they get a +d4 or something, is it?
It doesn't count for attack rolls though.
No, it's just ability checks and stuff, yeah.
Yep. So like if they go to attack Aurelie or something, she can use that as a bonus.
Yeah, you would be concentrating on this as well. So
yes.
this is going to remove your concentration for the other.
That's fine.
Yeah?
I'm going to move up because I have to touch her to do it.
Cool. Alright, so you move up to there, you grab a bit of Aurelie, I guess, and just say, do better!
I boop her on the head.
Yeah, and Aurelie is like, ow, okay, fine. Odd. Now, Aldrin's turn. Mars!
Hi.
So, we gave Ferdinand... we gave Ferdinand... Just happy to see you here, that's all. We gave Ferdinand Dragon's Breath. You guys have fled from a big group of assailants who came down the tunnel after you. Because none of you sorted out the riots before you got down into the tunnels. So the rioters are headed down the tunnels after you. They didn't know you were there until they then spotted you and started chasing after you. You melted a big hole in the side of the mechanical device, which turned out to be an enormous tunnel with this giant machine north of you, heading its way through. But it has been attacked by other assailants, and the commoners are being attacked. Most of them have been fooled enough by Maggie's incredible deception roll to be able to run away. So 6 of them have fled, but the 2 berserkers, who are the biggest threats, stayed behind, and one of them has just died. You've still got this guy left, though, and he's on half health. You've still got Dragon's Breath, that guy, exactly. You've still got Dragon's Breath on Ferdinand Frog. Aurelie is the only one of you who has taken any damage. But this guy is a berserker, and they have great axes, and they can do advantaged attacks like a barbarian's reckless attack.
Does the blue hurt?
That is fire. That would hurt, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, but one of the things that I did as you was this bit here. I don't know if you can see my cursor here. This long strip. That is a path of flame that you used control flame at level 2, even though it's a cantrip. I upcast it at level 2 so that you could guarantee that the commoner who was stood here and trapped by the flame would have a clear path to be able to run out safely. So you have used a second spell slot for that. You also managed to take a bunch of them down using an acid ball. You took a lot of them down by a lot of damage. There were 4 of them.
Nice.
Alright, what do you want to do? You've still got the Dragon's Breath to use if you want to use it. As well as your whole turn.
Can I stand on top of a dead guy?
Yeah. So that was Toby. Toby was a commoner that everybody loved.
Toby is now a footstool.
Yes.
No, not Toby.
And this guy's gonna get blasted by a dragon's breath.
Love it. Give me dragon's breath. Here, I can do... We could do this. Cast at level... Yeah. There you go.
Oh, thank you. So,
and then this... There you go.
Don't have a bonus, do I?
So he's going to need to do a dex save, which he fails. And now you're going to do 3d6, which you get a 12. That's pretty good. And he then is
4.
starting to burn. And he's through gritted teeth. He's like, I'm going to kill you.
Melty burn, melty burn.
Melt.
Melt.
You, that was, I think that was, is that a bonus action? No, that was the creature's action. So Ferdinand Frog's action was to cast Dragon's Breath. You still got the rest of your turn. You got action, bonus action, and the rest of your movement.
Okay.
Who's Toby? Devin asking who's Toby? Toby was the best. Toby was a commoner with everything to live for. He was such a ledge. Everybody fucking loved that legend. What would you like to do, Mars? What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to find acid ball.
Acid ball? Acid
Yeah.
ball, you've still got one slot left, I think. Wait, you did?
One at 3rd level and two
then
at
you did one of
4th
them.
level.
Yeah, you've got 4th level spell slots, yeah. So it's acid ball is under 3rd level, so you could upcast it if you wanted to. But yeah, you would just need to click on the 3rd level one and choose that.
Okay.
Because it says, like, what level do you want to cast this at? And then you just change it.
I just don't want to hit nobody else. Okay, I'm okay there.
Alright.
You must avenge Toby.
So he's going to roll a dex save, and he fails again. He's not very dexterous, this guy. Now give me your acid damage roll. 25 damage. 25 damage. That's a good amount. These guys have a max HP of 67. Can you believe that? But can you also believe that this guy's exact HP remaining is 25?
Woohoo!
So describe for us, please, Mars, what this guy looks like as he melts to nothing.
Melt. So this guy gets surrounded in this, like, acid cloud that turns into just kind of its own little rain of acid on top of him, and with each little drop he starts to burn and then melt, and he's just like screaming and burning and melting.
So these like grates on the side that you can see, these are like mechanical pieces. He stood on top of a cog, and the melt goes through the cog, and you start to hear a mechanism underneath start to go boom, 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 and whatever has just been melted through has potentially affected the structure of this tunnel, and you feel like the ground is beginning to shake underneath your feet. You have defeated all of these guys, but you have also burned a hole through an enormous tunnel that you didn't fully understand. And I guess next session, we're going to need to discover what you choose to do about this. You've got a big old group of people coming behind you, and you've got a lot of tunnel ahead of you. Let me just go and copy and paste these guys, and I can show you exactly what this fighting force is going to be coming for you. Just bunch these together again. And so this is the group. This is the group of guys that is coming for you. You look lower down on the map. All of these.
Oh boy.
Oh, bro.
And yeah, this is now melted. Melt. Alright. I would say that that's as good a place to stop on our session as any. Because that's 2 hours, y'all. And what a big momentous thing to happen at the end there. That was
Toby.
quite a return to the session there, Mars. We love that. But fantastic. Love it. 100% support your choice to melt. And you did also melt the entire back end off this giant digging machine. So, what do you guys think about what happened today in this session?
Melt.
Melding.
Meld.
Okay. Insightful.
Is that just a good...
Thank you so much for that insightful post-match interview, I guess. Real happy with that.
Just everyone
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We've avenged the fallen one.
Yeah. Yeah. You had vengeance. Sweet, sweet vengeance.
We are going to end the combat here, and we're going to restart the combat if it comes to it, based on your decisions next time. But that's going to be next week now. Thank you all for being here. That has been awesome.
Thank you.
Great times had by all. I'm just very pleased to see you all here and see that you're all happy and well.
We love you, Jackal.
Love you too.
Intentional name.
Hey, it happens to all of us, and usually you're on time, so don't worry. I'm not taking it as a big slight against me or anything.
I love you.
I just had here's something that happened in my life. I've just had a big interview for a potential competition that I might win. I am one of the 3 finalists to win a big thing. And I had to give a presentation to them for the design project that I did for that. And they loved it, and they loved me, and they were very complimentary. And they didn't have a single negative thing to say, and said that I have a very promising career. And when I showed them my illustrations and my paintings and stuff at the end of my portfolio, they said, you are an incredibly talented illustrator. And that's very nice of them. And I might end up working with them and getting paid for a month. So that would be sick, because they're a big studio in London. That will basically cement my entire career going forwards. So that would be insane, and I am very excited, but I'm not going to find out for over a week.
My chat says congrats.
Thank you very much.
Congrats!
So I did it. It was a big competition. We had to get a random phrase, one of 8 phrases that had been submitted by 8 different enormous graphic design agencies. And based on our phrase, we then had to produce an entire project from it. But we didn't know which agency had submitted each phrase. We just had to do what we could. And I decided with mine that I would try and encourage disabled people to get into martial arts. For their safety, above all. But also for their like self-esteem. And to get fit. And to find sense of community. But not as a way of being like, you're disabled, you need help. More to be like an empowering thing of, you can fight, you can kick ass. And yeah, we've now got this, we've now, basically, they saw the work, they loved how accessible it was that I'd made it, they loved all of my design choices, they said that it was a very clear direction that I'd gone in, and that I clearly cared a lot about it, and they commended me for wanting to give it away as a freely available thing that other clubs can use in the country, because you know it's a lot of martial arts clubs don't have a great budget for marketing and stuff. Most of them just advertise by word of mouth, and so I thought I'll give them all of this and they can all use it, and it will encourage more and more people to go to their clubs.
That's so cool, dude.
And yeah, they were like, they loved that about it, and they said that I was very brave for ending my 13-year career in nursing and going into this. So yeah, that was how that went. And they said, you've got no reason. When they said, like, how are you at the start of the interview, I was like, I'm terrified. I'm really nervous. And at the end of it, they said, you had nothing to be nervous about. You presented that perfectly. And they even said that, like, at the start where I was like, well, when I heard what the phrase was, I filled an A3 side with ideas of what it might turn into. And I just got blinded by all the possibilities. But then it was having a conversation with someone later at my martial arts club that they pointed out that it could mean, you know, muscle memory and fight or flight and all of that. And so they that was the direction that I went in, and that steered the entire thing from that one conversation. And they said that that was a brilliant insight, that, like, even that human aspect of saying, like, that you got to a stumbling point and that it, like, you know, you weren't sure what to do, even that was brilliant, because the way that I described the whole journey made so much sense.
Well, disabled people are often taken advantage of, so having something that defends yourself is never a bad idea.
100%. In the UK, you are 43% more likely to be the victim of a violent assault if you're disabled. And those numbers include blindness, deafness, neurodivergence, learning disabilities, you know, like, not such obvious disabilities. And I also got in touch with, her name's Jessica Cox. I emailed her and she gave me some insight in return. She was the US first to get a black belt in Taekwondo, considering she was born with no arms. She can fly a plane with her feet. She got a pilot's license and flies her plane with her feet. She can put in and take out her contact lenses with her feet. She can drive an unmodified car with an unrestricted license. She's incredible. She's got 2 black belts. She has a whole design thing that she owns herself, and she even won what they called the Catholic Academy Award. They did a documentary about her life called Right Footed, I believe, and it got displayed at a bunch of film festivals in and around the Vatican City. Can you believe? And yeah, the one in the Vatican was the one that she won an award for, which is basically like an Oscar given by the Pope. So yeah, incredible to get her insight and to get some information off her. It really helped. And yeah, they loved it. But we'll wait and see whether they loved the other 2 contestants more. So yeah, that's what's going on in my life. I also had a haircut today. Equally exciting.
Nice.
Hopefully.
Oh, I need a haircut for that.
It didn't take off too much.
Me too. I need to go tomorrow.
Yeah.
I gotta get my sides shaved up again.
Oh yeah, you're all undercutty, aren't you?
I am. I'm party up top, you know, business in the back.
Yeah. Isn't it supposed to be business up front and party in the back? What do you really want? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a mullet.
Do you really want people to be like?
An undercut is basically just a reverse mullet.
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah, it's basically a reverse mullet. Yeah, I've got.
Oh yeah, I guess it is party up front, business in the back.
Yeah, you're really changing the view I have when I had my undercut. So when the back of my head was shaved.
You were all business back there.
I had a reverse mullet.
B was all business back there. Yeah.
I was.
Yeah, you were all business.
The reason I do it is because my hair is like really, really thick, and it's starting to get warm again. So I'm just gonna like die from sweating, and when I put my hair up, it's so much cooler.
Yeah.
Like not in aesthetically cool, but like temperature wise.
So yeah, he said my barber today. I was like, he asked me all these questions like, so how much off do you want? And I was like, and he goes, the ends. I was like, yep. And then he goes, do you want it all one length or do you want it layered? And I was like, he says, how do you wear it? I was like, well, I have it down sometimes, but I also tie it up when it gets in the way. He says, oh, well, then I'd recommend having it all one length. I was like, okay. And then he goes, do you want just like the corners rounding off? And I was like, he goes, yeah, okay, so we'll do the corners rounding off. And in the end, he made it look great, but it's just because he knows what the fuck he's doing, I guess. Well,
yeah,
definitely
love when I go there So before, when I got my hair cut, like I hadn't dyed it blue yet, and I went in there and I was like, "Yeah, I want to get it cut, a couple of inches off." And they were like, "Can we have your hair?" And I was like, "What?" They're like, "It's virgin hair, right?" I was like, "If you mean it hasn't been dyed, then yes." They're like, "Cool, can we have it?" And I was like, "I don't need it."
Great.
So I was like, "Yeah, but I don't need it. So I guess you can have it." They're like, "Yeah, we're gonna use it for our hair dye class." I'm like, "Cool, enjoy."
Oh, sick. Do you know the BP oil spill all those years ago before COVID and the whole world fell apart? The what do you call it? They were using hair cuttings from barber floors to mop up the oil spill because they found that like any amount of oil that gets into hair is a bitch to get out of that hair. And so it was perfect to use it in the other direction. Like, instead of trying to get the oil out of the hair, why don't we use this to our advantage and pack this whole fucking thing with hair, and then we can plug the oil spill. And that's how they did it.
Awesome.
They put it into, like tights, like stockings. They packed them full of packed tights full of hair from like barbershop floors and hairdresser floors, and then just shipped all of that out to the oil spill, and it soaked up a fuck ton of oil.
All right, that's
makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really cool though.
Absorbent.
Really cool.
So when I used to do
it
hair
makes sense
suspension,
that they wanted your hair for a color class, since you had never had color on it before. Actually, really rare and difficult to find like virgin hair, which is unprocessed, uncolored, untreated hair.
Oh yeah,
well, it's like
you
I
used
had
to
dyed
do
it.
you used to do that, didn't you, Mouse?
Licensed cosmetologist.
Yeah.
Got that in 2012. Way back when.
But yeah, I mean, I had dyed my hair, but it was like box dye, and it had been several years, and it just kind of like been washed out because I hadn't dyed it in like 2 years, and I kept getting it trimmed. So part of it probably wasn't quote unquote virgin hair, but the majority of it was.
My hair's just old. I've got greys all the way through it, and that's fine. I asked.
It's because Jekyll's old as fuck.
I'm very old. I'm so old. Yeah, I'm very, very old. But B is getting up there as well. You're nearly 30. Yeah.
Hey, I'm not even 28. Fuck off.
I think I'm the oldest one here.
No, I'm the oldest one here.
How old are you?
41.
Okay, yeah, you have me beat.
29 in a month.
How old are you?
I'll be 40 in October.
Yeah,
I'm 38. Yeah, I'm 38.
Mars, you're the oldest?
Runs in a circle. I'm not the oldest.
Oh, I thought you said I'm the oldest. I was like, what? No, I thought I was.
Not me.
Are you the baby of the group?
Oh,
I think Ruby is.
I think B is.
Baby.
B is over 10 years younger than me.
yeah.
Sup?
And I'm not the oldest, so
No.
And you get beaten up on the reg by me.
Yeah.
No, I'm the oldest, but you're still my father.
You know what's fucked up about it? I consent to it.
You consent to the beating up or being my father?
Both. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I consent to being attacked back. This is the problem.
Yeah. So we're learning how to use Joe staffs in martial arts, which are like these. They're like 47-inch long, 1-inch thick poles, and we have to learn like the forms, the techniques that we do for each like body part. And I want to be able to train at home because I only go in 1 hour twice a week. And I don't like having to use up their space and use other people's poles and stuff. I want to have my own at home. But when I went to the shop that sells them, he said, well, because they're longer than a meter, the postage has just gone up by a lot. And so they want us to buy in massive bulk, way more than we already were. And I was like, and you can't guarantee that that's then going to get sold. He's like, yeah, exactly. So it might be a waste of money. So I don't have any in at the moment. And I was like, well, that's no problem. So I then went on eBay and ordered a length of oak wood that was an inch thick, and then what do you call it? I've cut it to length because it came as like 2.4 meters, and I only needed like half of that. So I cut that to length, sanded off the ends, covered it in linseed oil, and I've left it to cure. And it's beautiful. It's very lightweight compared to the ones at the club, but it's really good. It's like very strong, and it's like arrow straight.
Do you know what else linseed oil is good for?
Go on.
Making children stop sucking their thumbs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, right. But this opens up a whole other question, which I'm not going to dive into, of
not my children.
What business do I have making other people's children stop sucking their thumb? Because
I mean, your sister
I don't have
really
kids.
In truth, I feel like the take-home message here is don't stick your Joe stuff in your mouth.
Oh, well, I was in my back garden stroking my wood with my neighbors listening.
But then you won't want to suck on your staff.
Also, what I found really bizarre was that this 2.4 meter long package that was very, very well packaged, by the way, like lots and lots of like corrugated card and bubble wrap all the way around the ends and everything. Inside of it was the length of wood, but it was attached to another length of wood. Like they'd put another almost identical length of wood that was square in the same thing, so that it could support the one that I actually wanted to use. So it was really funny because I was messaging someone at the time and I was like, my wood has wood. And then like,
my
okay,
wood is hot.
But now I need to like stroke my wood in the garden with the linseed oil. It was wacky, but there we are.
I'm going to play with my wood in the garden.
Yeah, please can we not deface this, because we do still have to use this map next week. Jesus fucking Christ.
I
anyway.
just looked out, so I don't know what's going on.
Yes, that is going to be the end of it for me. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you for being amazing. And I'll see you all next week, hopefully. Let me know if that's not the case, and if anybody else is not going to be here. But thanks
I will
for...
not be asleep.
Okay.
I'm not going to hold you to that, because it might not be the case. Love you all.
We'll try.
Please
hey,
be good
Mars,
to yourselves, and if you can't do that, then at least have fun. Thank you, everybody.
Mars, if you would like to give me a way to wake you up outside of Discord, I would be willing to do that.
Unless you are as loud as Terracotta Pie by a vicinity of a vicinity, it ain't gonna matter.
Well,
Okay.
I'm a dead log to the world.
I love this, but I also love you guys, and I also love not being a complete tyrant about someone just falling asleep. So don't feel bad if you miss it because you're so exhausted that you passed out. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna ride your ass about it. Even if you want me to.
I wanted to be here.
What we're gonna do is
my dreams.
we're gonna end the stream.
I had no idea what was going on.
We're gonna end the stream now. Love you all. Goodbye.
Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone. Bye-bye.